Okay, Father, you know the Old and the New Testament, they're so vast, but then we'll have to be to explain summarily to our viewers, to our listeners to understand better. Um, I don't know if you have to go back to um, the partition of the Old Testament. The first five books are called the Pentateuch. That's the
Books of the law, Pentateuch.
yes. I want to know what if you're done and what are the specificities of the first five books of the Bible. I don't want to pronounce it because it's really the pronunciation is really complicated for me.
Now, the first five books, probably is known, the technical word is the Pentateuch. That is to
Pentateuch.
say, the five books. And these books are called the books of the law. We have Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The five books. And so these five books are attributed to Abraham. Okay? Attributed to Abraham. And these books attributed to Abraham are because they have God's message, the law. We have Abraham that intervenes, we have Moses that intervenes, a series of them that intervene because they give us God's intention, especially with the book of Exodus, where we see how Moses will cross the Red Sea.
Those first five books are they coherent? Does one story lead to the other, like until the fifth book, Deuteronomy?
Exactly. One book leads to the other. It's more of a story divided in parts.
Okay.
Therefore, the first part, which is Genesis, that tells us about the relationship, the creation of the world. The creation of the world. To the next step with the book of Exodus, you now realize that God created an alliance with his people. The alliance that started with Abraham in the book of Genesis, God calling Abraham with Genesis chapter 12 onwards. Realize, okay, in the call of Abraham, he now said, I'm going to make my own chosen people leave your family, leave your country, and go to the land I'm going to show you. So now, in going to that land that is going to show him, he was now supposed to follow the rules and regulations of God, and not what he has in mind. Because it was the journey to the promised land. The journey to the promised land.
Which ends in the book of Deuteronomy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now that journey to the promised land now passed or was now witnessed with a series of persons, amongst which we have Abraham, we have Isaac, we have Jacob, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, till we came to Joseph, that is all what we now see in that Old Testament. But now with the first five books, we realize that that particular relationship between the people of God and God himself, and the meeting point is God's law. The meeting point is God's law with the Jewish tradition, and the Jewish laws. That's why we have the meeting point. That is that bridge between God and his people was or is his law, his laws, the Torah. And that is what is found inside the first five books. And that gives the several laws, the laws for the Jewish people, the laws to do this, the laws to do that, and all the like.